Hi all, welcome back. It's about 10 to 11 by now on a Friday night, and I've just done a job, or almost completed a job that I said I'd never do again. Well, not the job itself, but the way we've done it, I said I'd never do again. I started out years ago working for an agricultural dealer, fixing machinery, going on site, doing bits and pieces, and everything was done as quickly as possible, at as cheap as possible. Just get it done, get it going, job done, finish, let's go, let's go. I then left there and went to work for the polar opposite. Went to work for a company building motorbike engines, and there was one of the older lads there, Howard Humphreys. He's died now, unfortunately. He passed away. A lovely chap. He pulled me to one side one day and he said, "Emyr, you need to have a word with yourself." I said, "Why?" He goes, "Remember, you're now in a place where the customer expects it done right, not right now." He says, you need to get out of the habit of running everywhere, rushing jobs. He says, take more time and details. And it suddenly dawned on me, this boss was going to pay me the same, regardless whether it took me 5 hours to do a job or 1 hour to do a job, provided the 5 hour job was 5 times better than the 1 hour. As long as it was perfect, it didn't matter. And I suddenly thought to myself, when I start my own business, that's how I want to work. I want to work so I can take pride in my work and go home each night thinking, I've done a really tidy job of that. I've done my best. This is completely, totally opposite. Tonight, I've gone back to bodging. So what is it? What have I been doing? What have I actually cannibalized and butchered this evening? A shear grab. Yeah. Why? Well, what's happened is the customer owns a shear grab already. They've a new shear grab. The hydraulic ram seals have gone. They've taken it to the dealer where they bought it from. They've tried to get the seals out. They've struggled to get them out. They've had to heat the ram up. They've managed to get it open, I believe. They can't get the seals, so it's now they're going to have to get a new hydraulic ram. And to get a new hydraulic ram is going to take about 10 working days. So what's he going to do? How's he going to feed the cows in the meantime? So this old grab has been dragged out of the hedge somewhere. It's what he used to use. It's obviously been put in the hedge for a reason, and the reason was it had snapped in more places than, I don't know, the Titanic had. It had more holes in it and more rust than the Titanic's probably got. And it was, can you please sort this out so I can use it tomorrow to feed? I'm in the shit. I known the lad for years, really nice bloke. Went to primary school with him, and you know, when you've got cows at home and you can't just leave them unfed and whatnot. I said, yeah, of course, we'll sort something out. So lunchtime today we start, just after, it was about 4 o'clock actually, because I had to go and get a piece of steel to sort out a piece of steel because I hadn't got a piece from another fabricator. I hacked the old one to bits with the plasma cutter as quickly as we possibly could, shoved it all back together in this one with some new pieces, buzzed some welds around that look absolutely awful but will suffice and hold. Plasma cut all the tines out of the old one. Then found the collars inside were so rusty that you couldn't even weld to them because they'd been sat in water that had got inside the box and ingressed. They were finished. So done the complete sacrilege of a job, which I hate doing and I hate seeing people do it, is weld tines in. Buy the collars, put them in tidy. You can replace the tine at a later date. But at 7 o'clock at night, where are you going to get collars and and you've got to feed cows tomorrow. So we've had to weld them in. So welded those in, chucked the brackets on. Absolute rush job. There's no job satisfaction in it whatsoever. However, at least Rhodri Penrath can feed some cows tomorrow morning. So, yeah, there we are. That's what the tale of this afternoon's been.